past few years, we have seen games with absolutely—
Yeah, okay, nobody cares. Let's just be real. Can we all just agree that nobody watches you for your insightful information of being the female quartering? You know, the female quarter pounder who just steals other people's content, reading articles that other people wrote.
Real talk.
Honestly, I go a step further and say that nobody watches any body type 2 content creators for their insightful information, but rather for the fact that they are simply put a body type 2. Sorry I had to be the one who said it, but it's just true, okay? I know it's true, you know it's true, we all know it's true, okay? I'm just the only person who isn't afraid to say it.
You know, everything Latina Parfait he says is based and correct.
But anyways, with the release of Hollow Knight Silksong, and it's selling like hotcakes on Steam, reaching nearly 600,000 concurrent players on Steam, we had to have the typical right-wing grifter channels grift off the success of the game.
people saying who would win, the combined might of every major gaming platform on Earth, Steam, Xbox, PlayStation, Nintendo. One freaking bug.
This is hilarious.
With people like Vara, Chin Dark being like, Silksong releases embarrasses AAA developers. Well, yeah, no shit. When every AAA developer is releasing mediocrity, it isn't really that hard to compete with it, okay? And Yellow Flash being like, they hate her, Hollow Knight Silksong is getting hate for what? And to save you your time and my own time, the video pretty much can be summed up to as Silksong is winning because it's got lots of players on Steam. Silksong could hurt the indie scene because, you know, it's $20. So yeah, you're welcome for saving you 10 minutes of your life. And get this, okay? Get this. This stupid motherfucker shows an article with a grand total of 3 comments. Like, who cares? How is this any different from the quarter pounder making a 30-minute video on somebody's tweet on X with 2 likes? I'll give you a little hint, okay? It isn't. There is no difference. Like, all of these grifters are making the same exact fucking video. Every single one of these videos, if you click on them, is half the video going over the player count and being like, gaming is revived. Gaming isn't dead, dude. Take that libtard AAA developers. Oh my god, gaming is saved. Gaming is good once again.
Well, it seems like people are finding the game just fine over on Steam. Over 500,000 players right now.
For about 3 hours at this point. So this is going to hit 1 million players over the weekend.
I keep laughing at how stupid you are.
Such as another one of my personal favorite grifters, that being Dr. Disaster, who by the way is a self-admitted grifter and doesn't actually play any of the games he talks about, and is a leftist grifting off of, you know, low IQ, you know, quote-unquote chuds, if you can even call them that. Because let's be real, if you're watching this slop right here, you probably aren't too based. You are more than likely just mentally retarded. Okay, let's be honest.
Real talk.
Massive seller Hollow Knight Silksong shows that gaming isn't dying ... The AAA business model is.
Hollow Knight Silksong is, considering that the demand was so frickin' high.
Every single one of these videos is exactly the fucking same. There is no difference between them again. They all go over the player count on Steam, like I said, that being high player count, game equals good, and game isn't woke. Low player count being, you know, game is bad, and it is woke.
You go from 72,916 to a whopping 535,213 players playing this game at the time of recording this video.
Which, just to remind all of you who have forgotten, all these quote-unquote based right-wing channels all grifted off games like Kingdom Come Deliverance 2 because it had a lot of players on Steam, so obviously that meant the game wasn't woke and that it was a good game, despite, you know, having literal gay, underage, no interactivity between the 2 protagonists of the game, and also having a literal Muslim in the game who would talk about the mud huts of Africa and how they are so much more better and more advanced and just better than, you know, the castles in the lands of Bohemia.
Overall, it is safer in our country. Nobody will waylay you on your journey, and we treat women with greater respect. All I can say is that this muddy hill is about the only thing I have seen of your country, and that has not made much of an impression on me.
Shut your bitch ass the fuck up!
But you know, it's definitely not woke at all because, look dude, the number is big. We also got people like Endymion, burn this down, Hollow Knight Silksong proves modern gaming is just getting worse. And also from Endymion, they won in the thumbnail with Hollow Knight Silksong just humiliated every AAA game. I don't know how many times I can repeat this, but these grifting F words, and no, I'm not talking about the F word that rhymes with duck, the other no one, do not play these video games, okay? Also, this isn't even really about Silksong. Well, it is obviously, but it's more so just about these dipshits grifting off whatever the newest game is constantly. instantly. Like, these people have zero shame, just like, you know, that beautiful SAR, that call of shame, that harmful opinions exposed.
Is because you don't speak English too good, and you probably sound like some flavor of English as second language. This is the most Indian thumbnail I have seen in my life.
Shout out India, by the way. I love India in T-series. India in T-series and Bollywood are so good. Such masterpieces. I love them. YouTube, I love India. I love India a lot.
Fuck you, you Indian Fallout 3 fuck.
But anyways, wow, look at this. Another so-called base channel making the exact same video as everybody else. This is ... chaos. Oh my god, all in red letters. Game devs attack Hollow Knight Silksong price, call it BG3-Like. Oh yeah, you know another game that these quote-unquote base channels grifted off of? The success of Baldur's Gate 3, probably one of, if not the most woke game ever made, excluding obvious dog shit like Dustborn. But you know, like I said earlier, Baldur's Gate 3 isn't woke though, because it had big player count, dude, big numbers. Like, these people are unironically fucking apes. Like, they are unironically fucking monkeys, baboons, fucking chimpanzees. They can only judge a game based off the player count on Steam. Like, if Steam were to ever remove the ability to see player counts for their games, I genuinely don't know how these grifting dogshit channels would ever recover. I mean, maybe we can give Legacy Killer HD the benefit of the doubt. Maybe his video is different than everybody else's.
Highly played games in terms of concurrent players on the platform. It truly is impressive.
Oh no, bro, this isn't looking good. It's almost as if I've already seen this video like 4 or 5 times ago at this point. Maybe I'm just getting a bad case of deja vu. Who knows? It's possible. You know, it's possible. Maybe. Probably not. I don't know. But would you look at that? Talks about player count. Check.
In terms of concurrent players on the platform, it truly is impressive.
Shows random tweets with next to 0 views and likes. Check.
More than 20 for an indie game. And it's a total.
Shows a shit article that literally nobody, and I mean literally nobody on this planet is fucking reading. Check.
I don't think most people notice the price unless it really is out of step with the market.
We even have the Nintendo cucks jumping on the bandwagon of corporations silenced. I purchased multiple copies of Hollow Knight Silksong.
This, again, the shilling shit. This shit where it's like, this sounds like shilling to me.
Silksong deserves more money and more attention than any other game currently out there in the gaming market. And I say that despite not playing the game yet, and actually I have no intention of playing it anytime soon because I want to play the first one before it, and I don't know when I'm going to be getting around to do that.
Thanks for the money, stupid fuck.
Are we both hearing the words coming out of this mouth-drooling Neanderthal's mouth? This game deserves all of your money, dude. All of your shekels, despite the fact that this guy hasn't, you know, even played either of the 2 games.
The way the industry looks right now, I will gladly give money to every single game that is actually appropriately priced, even if I have no intention of playing that game.
You really are stupid, ain't you?
If there's a single game out there today you want to vote with your wallet on, it's Silksong. And that's why I bought it multiple times through multiple different storefronts.
You're a fucking shill if you say that.
Yes, that's right. Consume product and get excited for next product. You bought multiple copies of the same fucking game on different platforms just to own it to the evil big corporations. Like, get a grip with reality. You are literally everything, and when I say everything, I do mean it. That is wrong with the current state of gaming. Blindly hopping on this shit, grifting off of how good a game is despite the fact that you haven't even played it, but you'll still buy multiple copies just to own it to big bad AAA game companies. Like, whether or not Silksong is good or not doesn't even matter. You're a fucking idiot for buying multiple copies of a game you probably have no intentions of ever playing or playing anytime soon, if ever. And then on top of that, shilling the game despite never playing it. You are the problem. Now, I do think Hollow Knight is decent, same with Silksong. They are fine games, albeit very overrated. In my opinion, I feel like I gotta say in my opinion over literally everything I say, or else I'll get some retard being like, wow dude, how dare you say that and act as if what you say is factual. So yeah, in my opinion, you know, it's a decent game, maybe even a good game. It's at the very least a quality game with actual effort put into it. You know, a quality game. However, it's a game that's being extremely overhyped, in my opinion, okay? In my opinion, and being called, you know, a masterpiece, game of the year, and all of that other bullshit just because it's the newest hot thing. Remember when Kingdom Come Deliverance 2 came out and everybody was saying that was game of the year and the best game ever? Well, not even a year later, nobody talks about that dog shit game. Then Expedition 33 came out and everybody was like, wow dude, oh my god dude, this is now the game of the year. Wow dude, this is now the best game ever and the game of the year. Forget about the previous game, Kingdom Come Deliverance, that just came out a month or 2 ago. That's not the new hot thing anymore. It's old, the news. Expedition 33 is the new cool thing. Then Death Stranding 2 came out and Kojima made the game of the generation, not game of the year, game of the motherfucking generation.
Actually, one of the best games that I've actually played this year. In fact, it might be one of the best games I've played this generation of gaming.
2 seconds later.
And I don't say that lightly. I've actually got several hours under my belt for the game already.
So I can't help that you're stupid.
This is a game that will be talked about and played for the next 100 plus years, okay? For real, for real. Now Death Stranding is old news. It's Silksong is the new best thing in game of the year. Like, do you see the problem here? Is it just me? Am I the only person who's like, yeah, maybe we shouldn't be calling a game that just came out game of the year or the best game ever? Maybe, I don't know, maybe we should wait a few months after the honeymoon phase and see if the game still holds up after the initial hype fades away. I don't know, it's just a suggestion, I guess, but I guess it's far easier to just grift off the newest thing on YouTube instead. Like I said in my previous video, games can only fall under two things, that either being, you know, dog shit and woke, or masterpiece and the greatest thing since canned bread. I don't know, I just wanted to make this video because I personally am getting sick of these same shit quote-unquote based channels all making the same exact videos. And that's the thing, right? We all know these people all sit in a Discord together sharing the same ideas and videos in the same hive mind, because that's the thing, despite these all being different channels, they all share almost the same exact identical beliefs and viewpoints on games. Again, it's almost as if they are some sort of hive mind that regurgitate whatever it is that they agree upon in their little Discord servers.
Either subscribe, donate, or get the fuck out, real talk.